Yo, what is up, fam? It's your boy Streezy here, and we are back with another reaction video. Um, this I want to react to this video. His name is Reforge Gaming. Yeah, I'm going to react to a video here. He says the real reason GTA 6 PC port is delayed. It's not double dipping. Okay, so apparently this guy is a PlayStation fanboy and going to react to his video today. So, even if I don't agree with this guy, I'm not going to throw him in the dirt or, talk trash about him or whatever. I will link his channel down in the description below so you can check him out, whether I agree with him or not. But yeah, man. So let's just get straight into the video here. As always, if you guys enjoy this kind of stuff, please let me know. Like, subscribe, as always, and yeah, let's get straight into it here.
Let's be completely honest about the narrative that's dominated the gaming community for the last decade. Every single time Rockstar Games announces a massive generation-defining title, the PC players are immediately handed a bucket of cold water.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
What? A bucket of cold water. You son of a biscuit. I'm just playing.
With Grand Theft Auto 5, we saw it with Red Dead Redemption 2, and now with Grand Theft Auto 6, history is repeating itself. The game is slated for a late 2026 release on PlayStation 5 and the Xbox, while the PC version is nowhere to be found on the release schedule. Now, the immediate and collective reaction from the community is always the same. Hey, this is a...
The reason why is the money. Take-Two and Rockstar make most of their money from console players by far. Like, by far. If you looked at the leaks and stuff, when they got hacked before and they released all the numbers and stuff, PlayStation alone makes, I think $9 million a week off of GTA Online currently. That game's 13 years old and is making $9 million a week. Xbox is probably half of that. Probably not even half of that. Probably like $1 million. PC players are only spending $200,000. So that shows you right there who the core audience is. And even Strauss Zelnick said it in the interview. Like, that is the core audience, is the console players. So yeah, I mean, most PC players, they don't play online a lot. I still do personally, but a lot of the PC guys are either doing role playing or they're just playing the story mode with a bunch of mods. So that's the real reason.
Cash grab. They're trying to force us to double dip. The theory is that Take-Two Interactive and Rockstar want to shake you down for $80 on the console at launch and then do it again so many months or years later on the PC. Now, it's a clean...
Not just the PC, but the next generation of hardware. That's why GTA 6 is going to be locked at 30 FPS on the consoles. But then they'll wait till the PS6 drops and then put 60 frames on it. I'm only buying this game once. I'm not buying it multiple times. I bought this son of a gun 3 times. The cheap GTA 5. They did that on purpose. They know what they're doing, man. I bought the thing 3 times. I'm not doing that again.
And simple and incredibly easy narrative to get angry about. It paints the publisher as the classic corporate villain, but what if I told you that the entire double dipping theory is actually a myth? What if the real reason...
If you don't believe that, something's wrong with you. But let's hear what he says.
Reason has nothing to do with malicious financial planning and everything to do with a harsh, cold reality of game development that almost no one outside the industry talks about. Well, the brand new interview with the former Rockstar dev gives an inside look. More than that, the one who conducted the interview is pushing back on the conspiracies. Now, if you like these videos where we break down the basic things going on...
Okay. Bro said conspiracy. Okay. Let's see what he has to say about this then.
The gaming world, be sure to hit like and subscribe. So first, what we need to do is look at what the person who conducted these interviews with countless Rockstar devs, what did they have to say about this? Every time Rockstar announces a
Kiwi
game, the internet cries double dipping. But talking to the devs, the reality of launching a game on PC simultaneously with a console is a logistical challenge, one that is significantly compounded the larger the project gets. It's not always a conspiracy to sell you the game twice, it's often an attempt to keep the project from collapsing or taking far too long to ship.
Now, I could probably agree. Rockstar, they are very good at polishing. So I have yet to play a Rockstar game that was broken at launch, except the online. That's a totally different story. I guess minus the definitive edition, because that was a completely different developer. But Rockstar shouldn't allow that crap to hit the stores when it did. But I digress.
Tweet from Reese, aka Kiwi Talks, perfectly encapsulates the disconnect between consumer assumptions and how the industry actually works. We look at a studio like Rockstar, a multi-billion-dollar giant, and we naturally assume they have unlimited money, unlimited developers, and infinite bandwidth. We think that, hey, if indie studios can launch games day and date on PC, why can't the biggest studio in the world? But the tweet from Reese, I think, hits the nail on the head. The sheer unprecedented scale of GTA 6 changes the math entirely.
This cat looked like Jimmy Neutron. I'm not lying. No disrespect.
This isn't a standard video game, it's an entire simulated society that they want to have running on their proprietary engine tech. It's likely pushing the hardware to a breaking point. When you are operating at that level of complexity and you're trying to launch on 3 completely different platforms at the same time, well, it's a recipe for the project to collapse or for the timeline to just stretch entirely too long. Now, I've got the tweet here, and I'd like to look at it with you. To understand why he's saying this, we really have to look at the interview with Reese and John, which we'll look at in a moment. After the interview, this is what he had to say. He said, there are a lot of articles circulating around regarding my interview with GTA 5 producer John Riccio, and more specifically, his comments on PC and lack of resources. I wish to elaborate on this. Literally every single Rockstar developer I have ever spoken to over the years echoes what he says. I was in India a few weeks ago and met up with some of the devs from Rockstar India, and they said the exact same thing. Rockstar games are so massive in size and scope, they push the boundaries so much that even with 6,000 plus employees on GTA 6, they are still limited on resources. There is no conspiracy here. The double dipping is just bonus for Rockstar. It's not the reason for the delayed PC.
Rockstar Games is so massive in size and scope. I mean, honestly, I could see that. And they push the boundaries so much that even 6,000 plus employees on GTA 6 are still limited on resource. If they're limited on resource, why'd they spend $2 billion on GTA 6? Come on, man. Let's get real.
Release. Now listen, if you don't know his name, John, from the interview, he's a former Rockstar producer who worked on Max Payne 3, Red Dead Redemption 1, and GTA 5. He has actually sat in the rooms where these exact platforms release decisions. And
now, don't get me wrong. I love GTA. I love Red Dead. I love these games, man. But I feel like these people are treating this game like the second coming of Jesus. I'm not joking, man. Like, I've heard people on the internet say, I will pay $300 just to play this game. Like, why are you allowing a game to have that much power over you, dude? Where you would spend $300 on a game. But, you know, if this is the only game you play, I mean, I could see you pre-ordered it and all that stuff, but these folks, man, it's just
where they are made. What is he revealing? What is he actually saying? Well, he pretty much, I think, deconstructs and dispels the double-dipping myth. In the interview, John Riccio explained a fundamental rule of game design that completely flies in the face of what most gamers believe. For years, the common wisdom was that you build a game for PC first because, well, that's where the strongest hardware is, and then you can shrink down to make it fit on consoles. But John...
Well, games are developed on PC. Like, that's literally where they come from. So, Yeah.
Points out that's actually not a good way to develop a game. In his words, it's always better to start with constraints. Well, why? Well, because shrinking a game down is exponentially harder than expanding it. Let's look at the PlayStation 5 and the Series X. They're closed ecosystems. They are static boxes. As a developer, you know exactly how much unified memory you have, the exact bandwidth of the SSD, and the exact limits of the CPU and the GPU. You can optimize the game's code down to the metal because the hardware never changes. You are building a custom-tailored suit for a single individual. PC, on the other hand, has an infinite landscape of variables. You're dealing with thousands of different GPU configurations, differing RAM speeds, dozens of operating system updates, background processes, and varying CPU architectures. If Rockstar tried to develop GTA 6 for the PC at the exact same time as the consoles, they would be trying to optimize a highly unstable build for millions of different hardware configurations while the core game itself is still being finished. It would be like trying to paint your house while the builders are still putting up the drywall. By prioritizing consoles first, Rockstar can focus 100% on their energy going to optimizing a fixed baseline. It's about starting.
Now that is true. Like, Rockstar is a big studio. I do agree with him there. It is a big studio, and I can honestly see that.
With a tight container and expanding outward, rather than building a massive uncontained mess and trying to force it into a small console box at the 11th hour. And
because all it's going to take is one bad game, Rockstar, and it's going to screw them up, just like it did with Cyberpunk 2077. And I hear this thing a lot saying, oh, well, I hope the game fails. I don't know if I would necessarily want it to fail, but I feel like people are, they do glaze over this game way too much. They really do.
The info from the interview gets even more interesting when we learn why it took so long for Red Dead 1 to come to PC. So we've considered the logistical and the development side of this, but let's address the business side. Surely
I actually did want to know about this too myself, because I think Red Dead Redemption 2 came to PC before the first Red Dead did. The first Red Dead just never really came to PC for some reason, and I've always wanted to wonder that too. I was on PlayStation at the time.
Company with Take-Two's cash flow could just hire a massive team of PC specialists to handle the port, right? Well, this is where John Riccio dropped some really interesting insight about the original Red Dead Redemption. For 14 years, PC players begged for a port of Red Dead. They didn't arrive until 2024. For over a decade, fans assumed it was a coding nightmare, or maybe Rockstar was just sitting on it for some reason. But John revealed that Rockstar actually had a fully working PC build of Red Dead 1 running very early in the game's cycle. It existed. It was playable. So why did it sit on the shelf? Why did it not come to fruition? Well, it all comes down to opportunity cost. In game development, your most valuable resource isn't necessarily your money, it's your specialized talent, especially when you're working with a proprietary engine like the Rage engine. Rockstar executives had to make a pragmatic choice. Do we take some of our top engineers and QA specialists? Do we put them in a room for 9 months to polish, bug test, and get a PC port of Red Dead out the door? Or do we take those exact same engineers and put them on the core development team of Grand Theft Auto 5, the game that would go on to generate billions of dollars and define a generation? Well, the math was simple. GTA 5 wins that argument every single time, and that's exactly what they did, according to John. GTA 5 got the ban.
Yeah, but again, even with that, you could still get people to work on Red Dead. So I don't know if I believe that or not.
Wit and the work. And that's the exact same calculation happening.
Sure, GTA 5 was a big game. I agree with that. Red Dead's a big game. But it's already developed on a personal computer. The build was already there. But I mean, better late than never, I suppose.
Right now with GTA 6. It's not Rockstar not caring about the PC platform. John explicitly stated that they are not anti-platform in their stance at the company. It is simply that every hour a senior engineer spends troubleshooting graphics card driver conflicts for the...
Again, it's money. It is money. They're going to prioritize money. I mean, that's how they operate, man. Like, they're going to go after. Why do you think Rockstar don't make any other games no more? They made some great games in the past. Midnight Club, Max Payne, Bully, The Warriors. There's a bunch of others. State of Emergency. They had a bunch of games, dude. LA Noire. But the Grand Theft Auto, if they wanted to get rid of Red Dead and just focus on Grand Theft Auto, they still would be straight. Like, Rockstar would live off of Grand Theft Auto alone. But that's why they're doing that. That's why they're putting all the resources into one basket, because you guys have seen zero gameplay. Okay? And you still ran out there and pre-ordered it. Now they're putting this crap behind a Netflix subscription. At this point, Rockstar doesn't have to do anything. You're going to buy it. That's the problem. Me personally, Grand Theft Auto is a hit and miss. I liked 5 a lot, and I liked San Andreas a lot. All the other ones, I could do without. I don't know. That's why I'm not fooling with GTA 6 until years down the road. Probably 2030, man, to be honest. If I'm being completely real with you. I'm not paying $100 for the full game for that. I refuse.
PC port, that's an hour that they're not
That's just
spending
me.
polishing the core console game to ensure it actually hits its release window. And given some of Strauss Zelnick's comments about the importance of the PC platform, I actually have said that I expect GTA 6 to land in the middle of 2027 on PC. But for now, there's really only one conclusion to.
Personally, I don't think it's coming until next year, or probably November 2027. It's really known for at least a year, I think. So, correct me if I'm wrong, PC guys, but I think it's always a year.
Come to. When we step back and look at the actual mechanics of AAA game development, the double-dipping narrative just kind of starts to fall apart, at least in my opinion.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it's a convenient side effect that some players will buy the game twice. Take-Two certainly won't complain about the extra revenue, but it's not the driver.
Well, they're not going to complain about it because that's the strategy. They're doing this on purpose. It's solely because of money. Like Rockstar they do have, you got to think about it. They spent, I think the rumor was like $2 billion. They could spend $4 billion and still make that money back in no time. So, I mean,
of the decision. The driver is risk mitigation and resource management. You also have to remember that they're using a proprietary engine, so if they bring a bunch of people in to do parallel development on PC, they'd need to be onboarded and trained within the engine itself. Rockstar is choosing to protect the quality of their flagship product by keeping their development pipeline as streamlined as possible. And yes, this is frustrating for those who prefer to play on PC, but would you prefer a rushed or simultaneous launch that pushes it back, delays it?
I don't care if it's delayed 3 years from now. I'm not buying the crap no way day one, personally. I can wait on it. It's the fact that people that just glaze over this game and treat it like the second coming of Jesus is crazy to me. I don't know. I can wait, honestly, but I think it's a little bit of both.
It indefinitely, or leads to something that is simply not ready to release, and then everybody's frustrated and waiting for patches. We've seen this happen
Cyberpunk.
When massive games come out, they're multi-platform, and they are clearly not ready, and then it can take months sometimes, if not longer.
But Cyberpunk, it was broken on all platforms, actually. I think it was actually more broken on PlayStation 4. Is it PlayStation? Yeah.
To get everything up to an acceptable level. But I would like to know what you guys think about this, right? From your perspective here, do you take what this ex-Rockstar producer is saying, and does it change how you view the GTA 6 timeline? Are you willing to wait for a polished masterpiece on PC, or do you still believe a studio of Rockstar's size to just be able to pull off a flawless, simultaneous release on all of the hardware? Well, let me know in the comments below.
I think they can. Honestly, I think they can. As always, I will leave his channel down in the description. Make sure you guys check him out. Yeah, ultimately, I do think Rockstar could pull it off, man. But no, I think it's more of a money thing, if you ask me. That's Rockstar, man. if you guys, they are so money hungry, dude. And if you play their games, you would know this. They weren't this bad until GTA Online came along. So I'm just being real. I'm being very critical because I do enjoy the Grand Theft Auto series, Red Dead series 2, and the Bully series. So yeah, this is how they do things, man. And they know people are going to run out here and buy this game regardless. Like that's how excited people are. And I don't know, man. I'm at the age I don't get excited for games like that anymore. I get excited when I get a new lawnmower, man. You know what I'm saying? Um, and I'm at that age where it's, you know what I mean? But that's just me. As always, let me know what your guys' thoughts. Are you excited for GTA? Let me know. Are you picking this up on console or PC? But yeah, man. As always, you guys have a wonderful day. I love you all. And yeah, man, we'll see you in the next one. Peace.